Theodore Beza, Icones, Philip Melanchthon. In 1580, Theodore Beza published a book called the Icones, in which he included memories and poems and descriptions of famous men of the Reformation whom he knew from the 16th century, including images and pictures of these men, which was a controversial aspect of the project. Philippus Melanchthon, Germanus Bretensis Theologiae et Bonardrum omnium artium doctor Wittenbergi. Quis te vero, Philippe Melanchthon, Martino Lutero divinitus succenturiatum, pro dignitate celebraverit singulara nostri seculi ornamentum, ut poter summam et eruditionis in omni disciplinardrum genere, et tum in dicendo ac scribendo perspicuitatis, tum in docendo condores laudem omnium eruditiordrum consensu consecutum. Philip Melanchthon, these are both in the nominative case, the German of Breton, was of theology and of all good skills, bonarum omnium artium, a doctor of all the learned arts, good crafts, was a doctor, an instructor at Wittenbergi. This is a locative, feminine singular, first declension noun. Beza begins with this question, quis. Notice it's punctuated here with a question mark far down in the text. Who, and then we have te here. We don't know yet whether it is accusative or ablative, so we'll withhold judgment. Who, in fact, O Philip Melanchthon, in the vocative masculine singular, who succenturiatum, to Martin Luther, Martino Lutero, divinely, divinitus, this is an adverb, and succenturiatum, the definition that I found for this was pressed into service, in subsidium coactus. And that definition was given by Ducange, his dictionary. And now we know to take te as accusative because clearly succenturiatum is modifying it. In terms of, in light of, your worth, dignitate, celebraverit, singulare nostri seculi ornamentum, the unique, the peculiar, the unparalleled adornment, ornamentum of our age, nostri seculi. So now we have the full sense of the sentence. Quis celebraverit, who could celebrate, who could laud you, O Philip Melanchthon, you who were divinely pressed into service, succenturiatum, to Martin Luther. Now that is not by Martin Luther, because we would then have ab or some kind of agency. I believe this is a dative, Martino Lutero. The idea is that he replaced Martin Luther, succenturiatum. Who could praise you in a way that was pro dignitate, in keeping with your excellence, especially since, ut poter, the summam et eruditionis in omni genere disciplinarum, especially since the very highest, both in every class of studies, your learning, and then also tum, in your dicendo, in your speaking, and in your writing, there was the summum of perspicuitatis, clarity. So the summum eruditionis, the height of learning, and the summum perspicuitatis, the height of clarity. Then also in the docendo condores laudem, in the teaching, you had the laudem condores, the praise for your clarity, condores, of all learned persons, omnium eruditiorum, of all the more learned persons, as that is a comparative masculine genitive plural. Consecutum, you pursued, and that is in the docendo, etc., consensu. Beza here in his eloquence gets a little bit carried away, and we will sort it out for the English mind for just a moment before we conclude this episode. So the summum, the height of learning in every kind of discipline, and also in writing and in speaking and in writing, the height of clarity. Then also in your teaching, according to the agreement, consensu, by the agreement of all more learned persons, you achieved consecutum, and this is with te esse consecutum, you achieved the laudem condoris, the praise for your brilliance. Or we might say that summum is going with laudem. I think that's probably more likely. And here is the image of Melanchthon that was included in the work. His dates are 1497 to 1560.